Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here on the MRC SMP, and today we are here in the starter sort of guard tower that we built in the last episode. And I know that I said that I thought it looked, not that great, but I ended up getting like a little bit of a bird's eye view yesterday or a few days ago when I was looking at it from the time-lapse and the flashback mod, just trying to get sort of a, I guess, more of a side angle if I want to be more correct, and it actually didn't turn out as bad as I thought it had. I'm actually pretty happy with the way that it came out, surprisingly. And so I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out, but I think that one thing that I need to work on a little bit is the texturing and the gradients of it, because it does kind of look a little flat. Thankfully I was able to add these sort of main edge pillars onto the sides to help sort of break up the kind of flatness of it, give it a little bit more depth, but unfortunately I don't think that that really worked out 100%. So I think that what I'm going to need to do is I'm just going to go in there. I'm going to try and see if I can find some blocks that I can sort of replace with less flat, something that just makes it look a little bit more natural rather than just sort of a flat surface that kind of has no rhyme or reason for being there. So I'm going to do that in a time lapse. Let's go. Okay, so we are now done with the gradients, as you can see, and honestly, I don't think it turned out that bad. I actually think it went pretty well. I think that this looks pretty nice. I kind of like the way that this turned out. I think that the darker deep slate bricks kind of help break up the sort of lighter gray that the rest of the cobbled deep slate has, and I think that the polished tough blocks kind of help break that up a little bit as well. And I think that the regular stone kind of helps with the sort of cobblestone look that there was there. Instead of just looking flat, it kind of looks like it has a little bit of a little depth to it there. And one thing that I've gone ahead and done is I've moved all of my stuff out of that house, and I've gone ahead and moved everything pretty much up here. This is all of my valuable items, and this is all of the just generic building stuff. So I think that it is now unfortunately time for us to say goodbye to this house right here. I mean, as I said last time, it's only meant to be a temporary house, so unfortunately I think that this is it for this house. I mean, I've already cleared everything out of it. There's nothing of mine left in here. But I mean, this isn't a horrible thing because we now have an official starter base now, so I actually kind of like, I know that I've been kind of going back and forth of, oh yeah, I love it, I hate it, I love it, I hate it. But I do like the way that it turned out. I mean, it does look really, really nice, and just kind of what I was envisioning does seem like it has come into existence, and I'm pretty happy about this one. I think it went pretty successful. But despite how good that I might think that this starter base looks, but despite how nice that I think that this may look, that actually wasn't the main mission today, because you see, I actually do have a mission that I want to complete, a mission that I think will be one of the greatest missions. Let me just try and not describe it, and I'll just show you guys it. So as you notice, I have some raw iron here. Now, I can smelt this up, I can get 21 iron to add to the main total, which right now, only the iron ingots that I have are 15, and now that I actually talking about that, I think it's actually a pretty good idea. Of course, the coal's not loading in. I need to fix that. Something's wrong with my resources. I need to get that taken care of. But as I was saying, I have 15 iron left over, not counting the ones that are being smelted up right now. Now that is pretty concerning. You see, I've been talking about how I want to sort of, have a plan for this series. I have a plan for things that I want to do. I want to improve. I want to become better at various different things. But one thing that I kind of have a goal for is I want to basically have creative mode in survival mode. Now I know that that may sound a little bit confusing, so allow me to explain. You see, I want to make it to where I basically have as many resources as I possibly can automated. I want to be able to farm and automate as many things as I possibly can. So I could just go ahead and go mining for this iron, which I'm actually kind of due for a mining trip here very soon. Today, I actually just want to go ahead and work on making an iron farm. Now the farm that I'm using today is from a YouTuber by the name of Vowla. I believe I'm saying that right. I'm apologizing if I'm not. I will link that video that I'm using to build this down in the description. But after some research of it, I have discovered that I need to actually get some items and some blocks for it. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to sort of go adventuring out into the wilderness. I'm going to try and find these blocks, whether I have them here or whether I need to go collect them. But I'm going to go ahead and get those items that I need, and then I will basically cut right back here, and I will see you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I'm back now, and I have all the items that are necessary to build this thing. By the way, this double chest here, yeah, it's also a part of the shopping list. But yeah, these are the items that we need to build this. I believe I've done everything right, or gotten everything. If not, I'm very, very close. Now, obviously, there are a few things that I can't store in here, and that's, well, the 3 villagers and the 1 zombie that we'll need for this farm, obviously. But don't worry, we'll be able to get those a little later. But first things first, I need to actually go and look for a proper area to kind of put this farm. So one thing that I know that I need to do is that it needs to be right around 100 blocks away from these villages. And I believe that I have a position out this way that I think would just be perfect for this iron farm that I'm looking to build. Okay, yes, I think that right here in this area doesn't seem like there's much going on. This actually looks like the perfect dimensions of what we need. So yeah, I think that this right here is where we're gonna put our iron farm today. Now I am gonna go ahead and set up a little bit of a base of commands here, just kind of put all my stuff away, so that way I kind of have it organized for when I need it. Okay, so first things first, I need to go ahead and remove an 8x6x2 area in the ground. So let me just go ahead and do that real quickly. Okay, so I've dug out this 8x6x2 deep hole, and all I need to do right now is I need to actually continue it down a little bit. I think it's a 3x3 deep pit in the ground is what I need to do, and I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of very quickly. Actually, no, I was a little wrong. It's 1 layer deeper than that. And now what I need to do is I just need to dig into this wall a little bit. I believe that I need to just dig about 2 blocks into it. Then there's 2 blocks here that I need to remove. Then I need to just torch up this area so no mobs spawn. It also helps brighten it up. Maybe you were having a little bit of a difficulty seeing it because it wasn't lit up properly. But then I just need to kind of tunnel my way out here, because this is what we're going to be able to do to try and get the zombie to sort of meander his way through here to the little cell that we have for him. Okay, so now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and prepare for the villagers' arrival by going ahead and giving them some beds that they can sleep in to sort of help get the game functioning properly. I need to place a trapdoor here, and I need to place some slabs here. And then what I need to do is I just need to go ahead and place a boat, I believe facing, yeah, it's facing the right way. So yeah, the zombie will be sitting right here where I am right now. Okay, so now we are at a bit of the more difficult part of this farm's production. We actually have to go ahead and get some villagers. So I'll see, can I get this one? I might have to transport these guys one at a time. The problem is that this is very slow and they're very far away. I'm not really sure how I'm going to be able to do this. Okay, so I did kind of figure this out, a way to sort of lure them over this way. So if I go ahead, if I just kind of put down this stone cutter here, he kind of, gets attracted to it. He wants to use it, sort of as his occupation block. But I then take it away, he wanders for a sec, but then I place it back down. He's like, oh, I want to get this job. And then, I remove it again, And then I place it back down. He wanders over. I think you get it. I mean, it is a little bit tedious, but it's thankfully a lot better than any, like, boat transportation. And I do know that I'm definitely not the first person to come up with this, but, I mean, hey, at least I was able to remember it. Okay, well, I was able to somehow miraculously get these guys down here, as you can probably tell just by the thing. Oh, I forgot to turn these off. Hold on. There we go. Hitboxes are no longer. Oh, and I fell in the hole. But yeah, as I was saying, as you could probably tell, it took a while for me to be able to get these guys, I mean, even away from the village, just to get down here. But nevertheless, I was able to, even though it was really, really difficult. And now I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to close these guys up. Hopefully they take advantage of, you know, the beds that are down there and go ahead and claim them and sleep on them. So that way we can kind of trick the game into thinking that, you know, this is an area that iron golems can justifiably spawn in. And now what I need to do is I need to break this block right here, I'm pretty sure. And what I'm going to actually have to do, if I've thought this through correctly, I believe that I have. What I need to do is I need to place these down. They did not go down correctly the way that I was wanting them to. Okay, there we go. Got that in correctly. Let's go ahead and replace this block, and then I can go ahead and place the hopper there. So now we've got a proper collection system going. Now what I need to do is I need to go ahead and place blocks right here. The staircase that I have needs to go there, so that way we can kind of keep these sections separated from where the collection system is to where these zombies are actually going to be at. Sorry, the iron golems. I need to correct myself. And then I need to go ahead and place these 2 slabs there. I think those are the last 2 slabs I'm going to need. They were the last 2 I had on hand, so hopefully that will be the case. And now, what I need to do is I need to go ahead. Alright, so now what I need to do is I need to place some signs right here. Then I just need to place a block there with a fence gate open this way. And then I just need to place a sign on top of this thing, so that way no mobs spawn up there. And oh, seems to have a message for us. I think you should follow that message directions. And now I just need to get the fluids put into place. I need to put the lava here. And then I just need to place 2 buckets of water on these 2 ends, so that way it will push them over. I believe I may have miscalculated it by a block. Yeah, see, there we go. Now we got it fixed, because that hopper was not supposed to be covered in water, so it seemed a little odd to me. Now, you may have seen these shovels that I have on hand. I don't know what happened to the rest. I thought I had a few more. But yeah, I have these shovels on hand, and the reason that I have to have these on hand is not actually because of the design, but because I actually just need to, well, make a bunch of the areas surrounding here just a bunch of path areas, so that way it kind of makes it invalid to be able for the iron golems to spawn on. So I'm just going to take a moment and do that. Okay, so now the design appears to be done. As you can see, I had to kind of clear out a bunch of this area around, and I believe that everything here is correct. If it's not, well, then I'm going to have a bit of a problem, and I'm going to need to fix that. But right now, as you can see, nightfall is approaching, and that means that it is time for us to sort of try and get our hands on a zombie. So I'm going to see if I can find one that spawns out, and I see a few. Hopefully I just need one, so hopefully I can get one to spawn in nearby. Okay, so we got one to spawn, or to get down there. That's nice. Hopefully I can get him to sort of sit tight for a sec while I try and get him sort of in the boat. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. I lost track of it for a second. Okay, just follow me back down. Follow me back down here if you can. Be nice if this guy would get into the boat. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, there we go. Got him into the boat. Okay, and then let's see if I can get myself out of here. Okay, well, it now appears to be working. So this is actually really good news, because I was actually kind of afraid for a second that it wasn't working. I was actually kind of afraid for a minute that it was broken, but as you can see, obviously, we are having some iron golems spawning there. And if we look here, look, we've already gotten 12 pieces of iron ingots, and we've gotten some poppies, which is going to be great for red dye if we're wanting to farm that. So yeah, I think that this has turned out pretty successful, and I'm actually pretty happy with the way that this has turned out, and it's actually not as expensive as I was expecting it to be, so that's one thing that I'm very happy about. But as you can see, I've taken off all of my armor, and that can only mean one thing, and that is that I am prepared to go ahead and go AFK for a little bit. So I'm just going to try and box myself in. And so yeah, I'm just going to box myself in. I'm going to go AFK for a little while, and we'll just see how much iron that we've accumulated in the time that I get back. Okay, so I'm back now. I did end up getting timed out, unfortunately. I'll need to figure out a way to fix that. But yeah, I was AFK for about an hour. I don't think that I stayed on for the entirety of the time, unfortunately, because I did end up getting timed out, as I said. But yeah, it looks like it was at least effective. Unfortunately, we don't have a very pleasant surprise, but that's an easy fix. We'll just fence in this entire area. But I think that what's up next is to try and see how much we got for the time that I was AFK. So let's see. All right, now, so it's the moment of truth. How much did we get? That's actually really good. Obviously, we got some zombies to get into here, and some skeletons, and a trader, I guess. But look at this. Let's see. How many stacks is this? This is almost 5 stacks of iron in probably, I want to say maybe about 45 minutes. I think that that would probably have been right around the time that they kicked me. So yeah, and we've already gotten 4 cents just standing here. So I mean, I would honestly say that this has been an extremely effective farm. And thankfully, oh, it's also turning into a gunpowder farm, I guess, if that guy dropped gunpowder, which it does not look like it did. But anyway, that's not the farm that we're working on. We can work on that farm a little bit later. But yeah, I think that this farm was a success. And with that, I think that I'm going to have to call it here, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was a very productive episode. We were able to build this iron farm, and I am really, really excited about this. I'm stoked. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did, and I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.